Monday, December 4th. Welcome to Wasatch Weekends. I'm your host, Kimberly Pro. On today's show, I had a conversation with the toy guy. He's got over 30 years of industry experience where he discusses the hottest holiday trends in the toys and more, but in local news. Tonight, it is the 15th annual Gingerbread Jimmy House Building Competition. You have to get those entries in by 6 p.m. if you want to participate. The top 3 prizes will be awarded in 2 categories for children ages 5 to 8 and then youth 9 to 12. In the meantime, let's take a look at today's weather.
This weather report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
Hollywood is back, and so are those stars visiting us here in the studio. I had a conversation with the star who plays Covey, the newest series on Hulu called Black Cake. Let's take a look. Welcome back, and I told you we've got some exciting new things in this second hour of Good Morning Vail. Speaking of new, I've got the up-and-coming star and actor of the brand new series on Hulu called Black Cake. Joining me today is actor Mia Isaac. Mia, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I love your sunshiny disposition, but congratulations on your brand new series on Hulu, Black Cake. So tell me all about the series and what it entails.
Black Cake is a series set in Jamaica in the 1960s, and it follows a young girl who, after her father gets into trouble with gambling, is sold basically into an arranged marriage. But the night of the wedding goes wrong, and she's framed for her husband's murder and is ultimately forced to flee her country and her home. And the rest of the show kind of follows her journey from Jamaica and to London and Scotland and America, and we kind of see how she goes from this young girl into an adult woman and how she got from one place to another.
It sounds quite exciting. So family drama / murder mystery, and it was actually based on the best-selling novel with the same title. So, how did you bring your own personal twist to the character? And you play Covey, I believe. So tell us all about it.
Yeah, I mean, Covey is a very difficult character to play. She goes through some really, really tough experiences, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but she has to endure a lot. And as the actor, I have to endure a lot as well. And so I think, with playing Covey, it was just about really taking care of myself and reminding myself that it's not real, even though it does feel real. And you can kind of, as a viewer, I think it's important to have some kind of disclaimers or trigger warnings because it's some really tough content. So yeah.
So you would say it's not necessarily for the younger generation to watch, but definitely quite engaging.
Necessarily. Yeah.
Well, I was doing a little bit more research on this as well, but you've really done quite a lot in your acting career. So how did you decide to become an actor? Tell me more about that.
I started acting when I was 10. It's just something that I've always wanted to do, and I probably would have started earlier if my parents hadn't been a little bit hesitant. Just because the film industry is really tough and there's a lot of rejection and you kind of have to be resilient. But I think that acting as a kid and as a tween kind of really helped to build up my confidence. I was a really shy kid, and so it was kind of my form of like public speaking, and it made me who I am.
That's great. So speaking of the acting, as you were filming the Black Cake series, so talk to me about where you filmed. Do you have a favorite moment during filming?
We filmed in Jamaica and Wales. I moved to two different countries, and I left my family, and it was just it was a tough experience, but it was also a really, really incredible experience. Some of my favorite memories are just swimming in the ocean in Jamaica and just kind of looking around and being like, is this real? Like, do I get to do this for a living? Because not everybody can do such beautiful things and be in such beautiful places and get to say that that's their job. So I'm really grateful.
It's incredible. Well, it's very exciting stuff. So tell us, when can we watch the series and when does it drop?
So Black Cake is actually streaming now on Hulu. The first 7 episodes are out now, and the finale, the eighth and final episode of season 1, will be out next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday for the series or season finale, not the series. I hope this goes on and on for you. Very exciting stuff. Now, do you have any other projects in the works that you can tell us about?
Sorry. Right now I'm currently in London, working on a Netflix series called The Perfect Couple, which is also based off a book. Sorry about this. I'm
Oh, it
totally
is all
coughing.
good. Black Cake, I'm so excited about watching what you do. You've got so many good things under your belt, and you kind of took off from the age of 16. So you just turned 18. You've got lots going on. I cannot wait to see all of the work that you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Namia, thank you so much. Black Cake, the star, you play Cubby. I cannot wait to follow her journey. I'm going to catch up before, I love a good Netflix or Hulu binge. So I'm definitely catching up before the finale airs next week. But it's every Wednesday. We appreciate you coming on, and best of luck to you in your next ventures.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. How in the world do you pick out those toys for your children this holiday season? Well, not to fear, I had a conversation with the toy guy, and he tells us all of the latest and greatest holiday trends. It's Cyber Monday, and you know what that means, online shopping, but even more so if you are a parent and you have no idea what to get your kids. Joining me today is the expert, the toy guy, Chris Byrne, who has over 30 years of industry experience, plus he is a toy historian and author of a book. Chris, how are you this morning?
I am great. I'm so excited to be with you.
You've got so many fun colors and figurines in front of you. What toys do you have with you today?
Well, let's jump right in because one of my favorites has been the Tony box since it was introduced. It's a storytelling, soft, squishy cube. But what's new this year is Marvel. Marvel, Spidey and his Amazing Friends show. We've got Spidey, Ghost Spider, and Spin. And what happens is when you put the Spider-Man on top, it actually starts telling the story. We pick it off, it stops. Really fun. The Tonys themselves are about $17.99, but it's $129 Walmart exclusive to get the bundle with all three of them and the Tony box. And then look who's back, Elmo. This is Sesame Street Elmo Slide Plush. This has become a phenomenon. Squeeze his paw, and he goes into the iconic Elmo Slide dance, which is really super fun. This has become a viral sensation. Look at it, he just goes nuts. It's just really super fun. That's from Just Play, about $49.99. And then for kids who love dolls and unboxing, this is the perfect gift. It's a great big gift. The LOL Surprise Mega Ball Magic from MGA Entertainment. 4 different ways to reveal things. You can squish, you can crush, you can bubble, and you can pull apart, which is a really fun way. There are 10 dolls to collect inside, 60 different accessories. Comes in a huge box. And what's really amazing is that if you bought all these separately, it'd be about $170, but it's $99 for this. And this is going to be the big gift under the tree for a lot of kids.
Oh, amazing. I just LOL'd at that Elmo slide. That was pretty amazing there. So what would you suggest as far as sources for shopping online, and what would be the best resources?
Well, a lot of them, you probably already know, Amazon, Target, Walmart, Costco. Costco has been big in toys. And then, of course, Lego, when you want to buy direct for something like the Lego Star Wars Yoda's Jedi Starfighter. Right off the Clone Wars, we've got minifigs of R2-D2 and Master Yoda, 253 pieces. That's about $34.99. And then something to buy that I think is great for kids that are, a little calming down. This is the Crayola HD Coloring Kit. You've got these wonderful photorealistic pictures, highly pigmented pencils, and you can create very displayable art. Really easy to do. Calming, kind of good for adults, too. We've also got we've also got a story pod. Well, I love this story pod, and what's unique about it this year is what they're called the story stickers. So I've taken one of my favorite books from when I was a kid, and I've read into it. So it's up to 60 minutes. You put it on the story pod, and it will actually read the story. So it's really great for kids. You can see there I read the page that was right in there. So if you can't be with someone, it's a great way to share the stories with them. And then how about a little bit of magic? This is the LOL Surprise Magic Flyers from MGM Entertainment. You rub the perfume bottle, it pops open, and you're going to see in just a second, you're going to see the my little flyer take off. There she goes. There she goes. Super fun, about $29.99. And last thing to show you is something I'm really excited about. It's brand new, invented by two dads. It's called Squaregles, and this is the OGS Mega Set. It's a magnetic building set, but what's unique about it is there's different play patterns. You can draw and add things to it. You can play games. You've got the OGS, which are little characters, and they roll down into different things. There you go. Super fun, about $119. This really takes the magnetic building set to the next level.
All of those toys you just introduced really add some intellectual stimulation as well as the imagination and the play aspect. So that's fantastic. Now, where can consumers maximize their online shopping if they're within a budget?
Well, I think if you're within a budget and you can set like a Google search to know if something's going on sale. Definitely tracking sales is good. At the same time, you want to buy something when you see it because we're all about peace of mind at this time of year and not stressing out. But I also think it's really important to manage kids' expectations. To say, you know, my mom was always like, you know, Santa's going to bring you one big thing and mom and dad are going to give you one thing. So it really is about creating that wonderful family feeling around the holidays, not focus so much on the toys, though we love the toys.
And you know, especially with Cyber Monday and all of the Black Friday deals, toys are selling out. So is there a best time to shop online outside of today? What would you suggest?
Well, there are a lot of good times. We've been seeing sales that began before Black Friday, and they're going to continue after Cyber Monday. It's going to be pretty much any time you go online, you're going to be able to find deals, especially, which is, I love this, you can do it in your bathrobe, in front of your computer. You can look at different stores and see what they're doing, seeing if there's an exclusive bundle, because that can actually sometimes save you a good amount of money.
Fantastic. Now, Chris, where can we go for more information?
Come see us at thetoyguy.com. We try to keep you up to date on the best prices we find, but they change all the time.
You know, that Elmo slide, I may have to buy one and just give it to somebody.
You may have to buy one. Yeah, he's so adorable, really.
He really is. Well, Chris, thank you so much. We love all the things that you have to share with us. You are the expert in this industry, and it just seems like such a great job to be knowledgeable of. Best of luck to you this holiday season, and thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Welcome back to the show. Now, if you're looking for something to watch over this holiday season, season 3 of Pretty Hard Cases is going to drop on the air. I had a conversation with the star of the show. Let's check it out. Welcome back to our show. I am very, very ecstatic to talk to our next guest. She is the star of season 3, well, of the entire series of the brand new show, Pretty Hard Cases. This is actually their 3rd season. Adrienne, how are you this morning?
Hello, how are you, Kimberly?
I'm doing well. Digging around on your bio and your IMDb. I used to live in Nashville. Loved that you grew up there, but very excited to chat with you about season 3 of Pretty Hard Cases. So tell me a bit about the show and the premise of it.
Well, it's a buddy cop show focusing on myself, Kelly Duff, and Samantha Wazowski, their relationship as friends. You know, they're women in their 40s navigating their careers, their personal lives. Kelly is this sort of lone wolf, commits herself 1,000% to her job and puts everything else, second. And Samantha is a single mom navigating mid-career as well as a teenage son. So I think a lot of people can connect to those different worlds, and they find each other, and they are yin and yang, two opposites, but they come together and they form this amazing friendship and bond, not only as friends, but also as co-workers. And so we see that the first 2 seasons, and by the end of the 2nd season, they're separated. And so we come back third season wondering, are they going to be back together? How are they going to come back together? And what's the new drug that they're fighting, as well as, looking deeper into their personal lives.
I love that. I love that it's yin and yang. So talk to me about Kelly. Where did she end up at the end of season 2, and what can we expect as we start season 3?
Well, at the end of season 2, Kelly ended up heartbroken. A former love came back in her life, and she thought that it was going to be the gateway to her dreams coming true. And it didn't end up that way. She also, her friend, Samantha Wazowski, a simple mistake lands her off the squad. And so there's the fate of what's going to happen to, their friendship, what's going to happen to Kelly and her heart. She still loves Nathan. There's possibly a kernel of them getting back together by the end of season 2. So we'll see in season 3 if that's still going on. And that's what I love about this show, because not only do you get to see this, the action-packed, drama of a cop show, but you really get to see the personal lives of these women. And I think a lot of times when we look at our cop community, we just see them as cops. We don't see them as the individuals that they are. And that's why I love this show. That's why I love Pretty Hard Cases.
Yeah, it's great. So talk to me about filming for season 3. How was it different versus the other 2 seasons?
We weren't in that much of a lockdown.
Big difference, and that would probably made it a lot more fun.
Huge difference. I mean, I have to say, I've grown very fond of Toronto, as we call it. It's a beautiful city, beautiful town, beautiful people. And it was kind of, first 2 seasons, it was in a lockdown. So you didn't really get to see much of the city. But third season, and we're filming in the summertime. So we got Caravana. You'll see a lot of odes to Toronto in our show, especially the beautiful summer that it offers. So I was really excited to film in Toronto this third season.
Absolutely. And this is the 3rd and final season. So for you, where do you feel emotionally connected to Kelly, and what is this like for you?
Well, every character I play, they still live on. Their story still lives on in my heart, in my mind. I make up the scenarios of what happens, to them. It's bittersweet because I know, all things must come to an end. But I look back fondly, even on the tough moments, even on the tough times, filming in the pandemic and in the lockdown and then through COVID and all the uncertainty. And I still love the people that I met. I'm still in communication with a lot of them. And so those friendships that I made during that time forever live in my heart, forever live in my mind. And so it was all worth it.
Awesome.
It was all worth it.
Adrienne, where can we go to watch season 3? Congratulations on the 3rd and final season of Pretty Hard Cases.
You all can stream it for free, so no excuses, on Freevee.
And I love it. It's a comedy drama, so who doesn't want to tune into that? And I loved that you mentioned the human side of the police world, and especially from a female perspective. Very excited. Congratulations. Everything that you do has just been so impressive. So fans need to tune in if they haven't yet.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, Adrienne Moore, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you. Best of luck. Enjoy watching this 3rd season, and can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you.
This weather report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
for joining us on this December 4th Monday morning edition of Wasatch Weekends. It's been quite an exciting one. If you're looking for holiday toys, check out The Conversation with the Toy Guy, plus 2 new shows to be watching if you are looking for that next binge fest. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot, and we'll see you next weekend.